In the dark, smoke-filled corridors of 9th century China, alchemists were hunting for the secret to eternal life, but they accidentally unlocked a portal to pure destruction. They mixed charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter, creating a forbidden trinity known as the fire drug. This wasn't a weapon yet. It was a mysterious powder that hissed and burned with a terrifying intensity. For decades, it was a hidden secret, used only for magnificent fireworks and small bamboo tubes called fire lances. Imagine being a soldier on an ancient wall, facing a spear that literally breathed fire into your soul. But the real shift, the moment history broke, happened in 1288. In the mud-soaked battlefields of the Heilongjiang province, the first true handgun was revealed to the world. It was a heavy 13-pound bronze monster. It had no trigger, no comfortable grip, and absolutely no safety features. It was raw, unrefined metal fueled by chaos. To fire this beast, you needed absolute nerves of steel. One man would aim while the other touched a glowing incense stick to the touch hole. One tiny mistake, one crack in the bronze, and the tube would shatter like a grenade, killing the shooter instantly. This was the exact moment the vibration of human warfare changed forever. The age of the sword was bleeding out, and the age of fire was rising from the ashes. The Middle Ages and Matchlock. As the Silk Road carried the lethal secret of gunpowder to the west, Europe's master blacksmiths began a desperate race for technological dominance. By the 1400s, those crude bronze pipes had evolved into something more recognizable, the arquebus. Engineers finally revealed a way to make the weapon fit the human body by adding a wooden stock, shaping it to rest firmly against a soldier's shoulder. For the first time in history, a man could look down a metal barrel and aim with lethal intent. But the true mechanical revolution arrived with the matchlock mechanism. It featured a simple S-shaped piece of metal that held a burning hemp rope known as a slow match. When you pulled the lever, the glowing rope dipped into a pan of priming powder, igniting the main charge with a deafening blast. It was a mechanical miracle, but it carried a terrifying secret flaw. Imagine standing on a battlefield in a sudden rainstorm with a weapon that required a constant flame to function. One single drop of water, one gust of wind, and your revolutionary weapon became nothing more than a heavy wooden club. Despite this weakness, the matchlock turned peasants into the most feared force in the world, ending the 1,000-year dominance of the armored knight. The secret of portable fire was out, and the world would never know silence again. The secret of the spark. The burning rope of the matchlock was a death sentence in the wind and rain. Humanity needed a secret that could be contained, a spark that could be summoned at will. By the 1600s, engineers revealed the flintlock, a masterpiece of mechanical genius that stayed dominant for over 200 years. No more glowing matches. Instead, a sharp piece of flintstone was clamped into a spring-loaded hammer. When the trigger was pulled, the flint struck a steel plate called the frizzen, creating a magnificent shower of white-hot sparks that ignited the powder in a flash. This was the era of the high seas, where pirate captains carried multiple flintlocks because reloading took a lifetime and a single misfire meant certain death. It was the era of legendary duels, where honor was settled with a single shot at 10 paces during the break of dawn. The flintlock was the weapon of the American Revolution, the Napoleonic Wars, and the expansion of empires. It was beautiful, often engraved with ivory, silver, and gold for the elite, but rugged and deadly for the common soldier. It became a symbol of status, a hidden secret of survival that changed the map of the world forever. Every spark from a flintlock was a step toward the modern world we know today. The Great Equalizer revealed. As the 1800s dawned, a massive secret was about to be revealed in the palm of a hand. For centuries, a handgun meant one shot and a long, desperate reload. But a young man named Samuel Colt changed history with a single observation. Legend says he was inspired by the rotating steering wheel of a ship. He realized that if the barrel stayed still and the chamber rotated, a man could fire multiple times without stopping. This was the birth of the revolver. the weapon that truly conquered the Wild West. It wasn't just a tool, it was the great equalizer. In a dusty saloon standoff, it didn't matter how big or strong your opponent was, it only mattered how fast you could cock the hammer and pull that trigger. Each click, click, click of the cylinder was a heartbeat counting down to destiny. Then came another hidden breakthrough, the transition from loose powder and lead balls to the self-contained brass cartridge. No more spilling powder in the wind or fumbling with percussion caps, just a solid piece of lead and brass, waterproof and ready to fire in any weather. The handgun had finally become a reliable, rapid-fire extension of the human hand, making the individual more powerful than ever before. Industrial destruction. As the 20th century roared to life, the era of the cowboy ended and the terrifying era of industrial warfare began. The secret to victory was no longer just speed, it was precision, reliability, and volume. This stage reveals the rise of the semi-automatic pistol, where heavy, cold blue steel became the global standard. Weapons like the legendary M1911 and the German Luger P08 were not just guns, they were masterpieces of precision engineering. In the muddy, blood-soaked trenches of World War I, these sidearms were a soldier's last line of defense in the dark. The mechanics were mesmerizing, the slide kicking back with violent force, ejecting a smoking shell and stripping a new round from the magazine in a fraction of a second. By World War II, the production lines revealed the true power of mass industry, churning out millions of weapons like the Browning High Power and the Walther P38. The handgun evolved from a defensive backup into a symbol of tactical power and leadership. Every metallic clank of a magazine locking into place was a signal that the world had moved far beyond the bronze pipes of ancient China. Firepower was now concentrated, unstoppable, and deadlier than anyone had ever imagined. The final frontier. We have now reached the final stage of our journey, the modern era and the secrets of tomorrow. In the 1980s, the world was shocked when Gaston Glock revealed a pistol made not of heavy steel, but of lightweight, durable polymer. It was called a plastic toy by skeptics, but it proved to be the most reliable weapon ever made. Now we look at a future where technology and weaponry have merged into science fiction. We see red dot optics that allow for perfect aim in a split second, and laser sights that cut through the night like a knife. But the real secrets lie in smart gun technology, biometric sensors that recognize your fingerprint or a chip in your ring before the gun can even fire. From the crude Heilung Kyung bronze tube of 1288 to 3D printed stealth weapons of 2025, the staggering evolution reveals our eternal quest for power. As we look at these 700 years of fire, we realize the gun is a mirror of human innovation. The secret is finally out. The age of fire is still here, more advanced and more dangerous than ever. Subscribe to How It Started to reveal more mysteries of our past. This is where the story ends,